Okay guys, so there's multiple ways to do this first step, but essentially what you want to do is get all of the white pieces on these middle tiles around the center white piece. Each side has a centerpiece which never moves. This is the red side, this is the green side, and this is the white side. Once you complete one of these sides, this will all be red. So you know that you want all the red pieces on this side. So that's just a little tip. So how do we get the white pieces to be in these spots right here, since that's our first step? Well, let's find some white pieces. I'm looking around the cube. Here's a white piece right here, and I want that right here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this side like that. So now I have that where I want it. Now I need to find another central piece. Here's another central piece. So I'm going to either be able to bring that here, here, or here. In order to get it right here, since that should be the shortest path, I'm going to go ahead and turn this right to line it up with this side, and then turn it upwards towards the top. So now we have two pieces. Now we need two more. Here's another one right here. Now a simple way to get it right here or here would be to either turn this, like turn the top like that, and then turn this upwards, or we can even do another turn if we want it right here, and turn this upwards. Now there is an algorithm for this. It's very simple. If the piece is right here, you basically will orient it so that you're ready to turn it onto the top, and then you turn it up. I'll be including a link to all the algorithms, so don't worry about that. I'll also be putting them on the screen. Here's our final piece. I want this right up here. Bam, just like that. Now let's run through a quick example if this wasn't on the side. Because this is on the side, it's very easy to solve and bring this to the top like that. But let's pretend it was on the bottom. So now it's right here, but we want it on the top. So what we're going to do is first get it onto this level. So I'm going to first make sure I don't mess this piece up. So I'm going to orient this to this side, right, like that. That way I'm not messing up any white pieces when I bring it up. Turn it. So now we have it on this side. So now you notice I didn't mess up anything up here, so I didn't disrupt any of the pieces. Now I'll simply bring it up. Some of this is to be figured out by yourself. There's really no like perfect method for this, but I just wanted to show you this so that you can understand how it can be easy if they're on the side. If they're on the bottom, you have to make sure you get them onto a side piece before you bring it upwards. So now the next step is going to be aligning. So this is called an edge piece. We have a white and red edge piece. So we know that we want this red piece to line up with the red side, which is over here. So see how I lined it up like that? Now it's exactly where it's supposed to be. Now we have to do that with each edge piece. These are the central edge pieces, and we need to align them with their proper face. So this isn't in the correct spot, because as you can see, this is the green face, and we have an orange edge piece. We want this piece to be right here, and we want this to be right here. So we actually need to switch these two. There is an algorithm for that. I'll be including that on the screen, and I'll demonstrate it right now. So what we're going to do is switch these two pieces. Now watch this. Okay, now we've switched these two pieces, and they're in the correct position. If we go back here, since this was already here, this automatically had to be right here, based on the way the cube is. If two sides are already lined up, most likely you're just going to have to switch two of them. In this case, red, when we lined up the red, we also lined up the blue. So I only had to switch the green and the orange. Now you'll have cases like this, where you have something. Let me do one more algorithm here. So everything's flipped. So even if I went like this, you'll see nothing's lining up. You pretty much do the same thing in order to get these edge pieces lined up with the middle. Sometimes it takes a little trickery, but what I like to do is line it up like this so that I have the green here lined up with the red and the red lined up with the green. That way I know when I do my edge switching algorithm, they'll be in the right spot. But on the other side, these two will not. But that's okay because we can just run the algorithm again. So I'm going to run the algorithm to switch these two pieces here. Now they're switched. Now let's switch the blue and the orange so that they're lined up with the correct faces. And there you have it. So, we've successfully lined up the central pieces with the middle piece where it's supposed to be. So we have green lined up with green, orange, blue, and red. And we have our white cross on the top, which is exactly what we want. And now we're ready to move on to the next step.